Do you ever wonder how smart a T-Rex was? Could it strategize, or was it a simple-minded, instinct-driven beast? These questions have been at the heart of many debates among paleontologists and dinosaur enthusiasts alike, and today we're going to delve into them. The intelligence of Tyrannosaurus rex, one of the most iconic dinosaurs of all time, is a subject shrouded in mystery and scientific conjecture. You see, it's challenging to directly measure the intelligence of extinct animals like T-Rex. We can't exactly give a dinosaur an IQ test, so scientists have had to get a bit creative. They use various methods to infer cognitive abilities, such as examining fossil evidence, comparing brain size, and drawing comparisons with T-Rex's living relatives. Fossil evidence provides a wealth of information about dinosaur anatomy and how these ancient beasts lived. When it comes to T-Rex, its fossils tell us that it was a massive creature with a length of up to 40 feet and a weight of up to 9 tons. But what can this tell us about its intelligence? That's where things get a bit more complicated. Brain size is another factor that scientists look at when trying to infer the intelligence of T-Rex. Some might say, bigger brain, smarter dinosaur, right? Well, not exactly. Brain size must be considered relative to body size, and even then, it's not a definitive measure of intelligence. Living relatives of T-Rex, such as birds and crocodiles, also provide clues about its cognitive abilities. Birds, for instance, are known for their remarkable intelligence, while crocodiles, though not as brainy, are adept survivors, having thrived for millions of years. Could T-Rex have shared some of these traits? As you can see, the question of T-Rex's intelligence is not a simple one to answer. It's a puzzle that scientists are still trying to piece together, with each new study adding a new piece to the picture. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating studies conducted on the intelligence of this iconic dinosaur. Think you know how smart a T-Rex was? Recent studies might make you reconsider. One such study, featured in the prestigious journal Trends in Ecology and Evolution, has thrown a wrench into our previous understanding of dinosaur intelligence, particularly that of our beloved T-Rex. The researchers of this study argue that we may have been giving dinosaurs, including the T-Rex, a bit too much credit in the brains department. Based on their findings, the brains of these prehistoric beasts were likely smaller and less complex than what we had initially assumed. Now, what does this mean for our understanding of dinosaur intelligence? Well, it's a bit of a game changer. If dinosaur brains were indeed smaller and less complex, this implies that their cognitive abilities were probably not as advanced as we thought. They might not have been capable of the same level of reasoning, problem-solving, or even social interaction that we see in many of today's birds and mammals. Take a moment to let that sink in. The T-Rex, the king of dinosaurs, might not have been as cognitively gifted as we have been led to believe. This doesn't necessarily mean that T-Rex was unintelligent, but it does suggest that its intelligence might have been different from what we typically associate with high cognitive abilities. But wait, there's more. A separate study conducted by researchers at the University of Adelaide, Australia, used statistical analyses to assess dinosaur intelligence. They found that T-Rex, in fact, had a relatively small brain for its body size, similar to that of modern reptiles like crocodiles. This finding further challenges the long-held notion of T-Rex as a highly intelligent predator and raises new questions about its cognitive capabilities. So, it seems our T-Rex might not have been the clever predator we thought it was. Or was it? As we delve deeper into the world of dinosaur cognition, we'll see that intelligence is a complex trait that cannot be determined solely by brain size or structure. So, don't write off T-Rex just yet. Not so fast. While one study might suggest a less intelligent T-Rex, others beg to differ. Let's hop across the globe to the University of Adelaide in Australia, where a team of researchers took a different approach to assessing dinosaur intelligence. Instead of just analyzing brain size and structure, these researchers employed an arsenal of statistical analyses. They sought to unveil the hidden secrets of dinosaur intelligence by comparing the brain size of these prehistoric beasts to their body size. Now, why would they do that, you ask? Well, the ratio of brain size to body size is often used as a rough measure of an animal's intelligence. Their findings? Well, hold on to your hats, dinosaur lovers. Their research suggests that T-Rex had a relatively small brain for its colossal body size. This ratio is similar to what we see in modern reptiles, like our friend the crocodile, rather than birds. You see, birds are considered the closest living relatives of dinosaurs, and they're known for their relatively large brains and impressive cognitive abilities. If T-Rex was bird-like in its intelligence, we'd expect it to have a larger brain for its body size. But the findings from the University of Adelaide suggest otherwise. This revelation is a game changer. It challenges the notion that T-Rex was a highly intelligent predator, as previously assumed. Instead, it paints a picture of a creature that might have relied more on brute strength and instinct, rather than cunning and problem-solving skills. But before we jump to conclusions, it's important to remember that intelligence is a complex trait. It's not just about brain size or structure. It's about how an animal uses its brain to interact with its environment, to find food, to avoid danger, and to survive. This certainly throws a wrench into the works. Could T-Rex be more reptilian than bird-like in its intelligence? The fascinating world of dinosaurs continues to surprise us as we peel back the layers of time to better understand these incredible creatures. But wait, is brain size the only measure of intelligence? This question leads us into the heart of a fascinating debate as we explore the notion that intelligence is a complex trait that can't be determined solely by brain size or structure. Let's consider the Tyrannosaurus rex, a dinosaur that has captivated our imaginations for generations. The T-Rex, with its colossal size and fearsome reputation, might not have had the largest brain in the dinosaur kingdom. Recent studies suggest that its brain was relatively small for its body size, similar to modern reptiles such as crocodiles. Does this mean the T-Rex was less intelligent than we previously thought? Not necessarily. It is a multifaceted trait, and it's not just about how big or complex the brain is. Imagine a world-class pianist and a brilliant mathematician. They both exhibit intelligence, but in different ways. The pianist's intelligence might be reflected in their fine motor skills and auditory perception, while the mathematician's intelligence might be demonstrated in their problem-solving and abstract thinking abilities. The same could be said for the T-Rex. It may not have excelled in problem-solving or abstract thinking, but it likely possessed specialized sensory and behavioral adaptations that enabled it to thrive as a top predator. For example, the T-Rex had an extraordinary sense of smell, which would have been crucial for hunting and scavenging. Its large, forward-facing eyes would have provided excellent binocular vision, enabling it to accurately judge distances. And let's not forget its massive, bone-crushing jaws, which were perfectly adapted for its carnivorous lifestyle. These specialized adaptations, coupled with its size and strength, would have made the T-Rex a formidable predator, regardless of its cognitive abilities. It's easy to get caught up in comparing the T-Rex to modern animals, but it's important to remember that the T-Rex was a product of its time, perfectly adapted for its environment and lifestyle. So it's clear that T-Rex was a formidable beast, regardless of its cognitive abilities. So, where does this leave us on the intelligence of T-Rex? As we've explored, the debate is as fierce as the dinosaur itself. We've seen how initial assumptions of T-Rex's intelligence have been challenged, with new studies suggesting a smaller and less complex brain than previously thought. The comparison of T-Rex's brain size to its body size has drawn parallels with modern reptiles, not the brainy birds or mammals. Yet, as we've also discovered, intelligence is far from a one-dimensional measure. Despite a possibly smaller brain, T-Rex could have had specialized sensory and behavioral adaptations that allowed it to reign supreme in its environment. The study of such an ancient and extinct creature is fraught with challenges, but each piece of evidence gives us a clearer picture. While we may never know exactly how smart T-Rex was, one thing is certain: it was a captivating creature that continues to intrigue us millions of years after its extinction.